Welcome back, everybody. It's finally here. The Final Fantasy Trading Card Game Annual Book 2017. I've been waiting for this for weeks. I pre-ordered it a while ago as soon as it popped up, and it finally got to me like 2 or 3 days ago. Finally got a chance to go around recording it. I picked up a couple extra copies. They actually only let you pre-order one, but I had some friends get it for me, so I have a few just sitting in a closet now. But let's go and see what this book is all about. I don't really know what's inside here other than the promotional pictures. Obviously comes with the PR028 promo. That mystery has finally been solved. Let's take a look at it before I rip the seal off. So the book itself is nice. Good quality feeling. It's very plain looking though. I mean, there's no artwork or anything on the cover. Kind of bland compared to some of the do you guys remember the Brady Games strategy guides? I think they're out of business now, but those used to always be badass. And on the back, oh, very glistening in the sunlight. Of course, you have the PR028 promos. We'll take a closer look at that later. I hope they're easy to get out of this thing. I might have to like tear this apart or something, but I'm assuming this is, yeah, it's a separate cardboard cutout, so hopefully it'll come out easily. But all right, what does it say down here? Nothing really, just some like barcodes and stuff. Appendix cards, I guess they're calling it. So let's go ahead and open this up carefully. So we got my trusty purple scissors that have kind of been in retirement since I started hand opening my booster packs. And I'm going to try to do this without ripping any of the pages. All right, that should be enough. Now let's go ahead and rip this seal off. Take a look at the goods. All right. Yep, this comes right off. So it looks like it's just a piece of cardboard. I'm not sure. No, I don't think there's any kind of plastic sleeve over the actual card. So. But it does look nice. Let's take a close look at one of these. Let's look at the English one. So it's the only horizontally printed card now that isn't an A prefix card, and apparently it is playable. From what I've read, you have to play it in the same orientation, so that's kind of confusing. But here we go. That nice PR028 there. Warrior of Light. Brave, and you get a copy in 7 different languages. I'm assuming everyone's going to want the English one, but again, you can play the other ones. They're valid in tournament play, so you can use the other 2 as a play set or something if you intend to actually play with this card. So I'm going to set this aside for now so that we can take a look at the actual book. So I don't know anything about this book yet, so let's see if it lives up to my expectations. Okay, there's nothing on this page, just a nice red piece of paper. And let's look at the appendix. Opus 1, Opus 2, Opus 3, Opus 4, promotion card, appendix card, event report. So I guess it says card gallery over there, so I'm assuming the vast majority of this book is just going to be pictures of the cards. You know, the quality isn't bad, but the paper doesn't feel kind of that high quality, to be honest. Again, I have all the Brady Games books, and I'm kind of used to them, and the Brady Games books were insane. They always had like this nice like glossy finish. This is more like computer paper finish. I mean, it's still kind of thick, so it's kind of good quality, but I did always prefer that glossy paper because it really makes the colors pop. If you look at this closely, like the colors look kind of washed out almost, and I think that's because of the paper that it's on. So yeah, I mean, it looks like a lot of this is just going to be images of the cards, and you know, keep in mind it's 2019, and this was just released, and it says 2017 on the cover, so this thing is 2 years late. And I just noticed something, so I'm curious. You know what's funny? Some of the pictures are of Wave 1 cards, and some of them aren't. Like here, you look at the Squall. That's clearly the Wave 2 version, because the blade isn't crossing the neck. But if you look at this Valifor card, notice how it says owner apostrophe S hands. That's a definite sign of the Wave 1 version, because the Wave 2 version has owner's apostrophe hands. So it's almost like they cherry-picked the images that they're... I wonder what Riku says. That's 90, I think. Yeah, 90 is also the Wave 1 version. Let's look at Black Belt. So Golem is the Wave 2 version. And so is Black Belt, because they say blocking instead of block. So I wonder who really compiled these images, or if they have like a database of them. I'm not a big fan of this paper to me. I feel like because it's like computer-ish paper, it's gonna actually crease and bend very easily. Alright, so I guess they do separate the starter cards out. It's kind of cool because it kind of shows that what cards were starter exclusives. But again, all of this you can, if you've ever been to the FFTCG official website before, all of this information is all right there. They have this really awesome card search utility where you can look up any card that was ever made. You have Knight here, so I guess a lot of these images are pre-erotic because this is supposed to say Paladin for the reprints. So again, I feel like they really made this book a long time ago, and I have no idea what delayed the release of it, but there is a lot of disparity between like the editions of the cards that they chose to put into this book. So again, not too much to talk about here. It looks like the vast majority of this book is literally just a cut and paste from their card search utility. Now we have Opus 4, and I'm guessing this is when they stopped, like... Alright, let's see if... Wow, I'm almost to the end of the book, so there really isn't that much more. Oh, this part, I think a lot of people will like. So this is showing all the promotional cards. And I think what's great about this is that a lot of these cards, if you notice, it's saying PR07 is Saz, but the actual card doesn't have a PR prefix. So this is going to be kind of like the official designation. Now, all of us, or many of us, already knew that from Kageyama's official producer's blog post, but it's still good to have an official book to kind of be able to map out what the promo cards are. Except it only goes up to PR12. I guess, you know, if they're going to release it 2 years late, they can put some effort into, you know, updating the book a little bit before they release it. I mean, what were they doing in those 2 years? It's kind of like they made this book in 2017, just chose not to release it for 2 years, and then didn't make any updates to make it, you know, accurate as of the release day. So that's kind of disappointing, to be honest. Obviously, there's a hell of a lot more than 12 promotional cards, and yet the very next page, it goes straight to PR028. The appendix card for this is PR028, and they don't even have the promotional cards past 12. So, am I skipping a page? No, 91, 92. Alright, well, that's kind of disappointing. Let's see what we got here. This is actually kind of cool. I actually like this because it's kind of cool to recognize the top players and kind of memorialize their achievements. I actually know this guy pretty well, Joshua Freeman Birch. He's been killing it recently. I think he won 2 Crystal Cups back-to-back, like, I want to say like the Earth and Water or something, but I bought several cards from him, so shout out to you, Joshua. Good job. You're in this book. Anyone who buys this will know your name. EU Finals. You know, I kind of wish they wrote a little bit more about these events. I mean, they literally have nothing but a handful of pictures and the winners' names, and I guess that's it. From the creators. So they have a little blurb here, but obviously you can tell from kind of the duration. I mean, I am assuming this stuff in Japanese is a translation of this. And Clearly doesn't go into that much detail, unless they just chose not to translate a lot of it. And now we have an index. I mean, this isn't really that necessary because, I mean, I guess it's kind of cool, but again, you could just go on the website. I guess if, this might be good toilet reading material. I'm always looking for toilet reading material, you know. If you want to browse Final Fantasy TCG cards for some reason when you're on the pooper. But realistically, it's probably easier to do it on your phone than to carry around a gigantic book. And that's it, guys. That's pretty much the entire book. So, oh, the back is kind of cool, actually. The back, the card texture, they made it like the actual cards. Like, this is the exact same kind of texture on the back of any Final Fantasy TCG card. So, that's kind of cool. But, so the book quality, like the cover quality and stuff, it's excellent. It's, you know, clearly there's no artwork or anything on it, but I don't mind the simplicity. I actually think it looks nice. I think the pages, they could have done a better job on. Like, I don't know if it comes out well on camera, but, like, it's not glossy. The colors don't pop. It looks kind of bland. Like, the cards look much better in real life. Like, the colors, I don't know how well it comes out on camera, but they look kind of washed out. Like, look at that Barrett. The images aren't that high quality, and I think it's because more so the paper that it's printed on than the actual quality of the images. But, you know, you would think for like a book, if they want to make it like an art book, they should really focus on making sure that the pictures come out really nice. So, I mean, honestly, I'm a little disappointed in the picture quality because I didn't really know what to expect out of this book. I was going to buy it no matter what because I wanted the promo cards. But I think if they wanted to make this just a gallery book and not go over like the history of the game or something, they should have put a little bit more effort into the image quality. I mean, really, you only get like less than 10, not even 10, like 8 pages of stuff about the actual game, and they're really just like single paragraphs, and they don't really go into anything at all. So I mean, if you want a cool book just to have for like sentimental reasons, I think this is pretty cool. But if you actually want to learn about Final Fantasy TCG and have like reading material, this is not really going to meet that requirement. I mean, there isn't even a section on how to play the game. I mean, I guess they assume if you buy this, you already know how to play the game, but it still would have been kind of cool. Alright, so I think that's really all there is to say about this book. I mean, if I were to give it a grade, I mean, I don't like being a negative Nancy or anything, but I really have to give it like no better than a C because, I mean, really the picture quality isn't that great, and I was really looking forward to reading more about Final Fantasy TCG's history, like kind of the decks that showed up in the Crystal Cups, like what, you know, kind of the producers were thinking when they made the game, more things like that. But, I mean, again, they dedicated like single paragraphs to it. 99% of the book is just stock images of the cards, and the images themselves aren't that great quality. So, you know, it was we waited 2 years from when they made it, and, well, you know what? Maybe they'll improve it next time, so whatever. Because really what everyone bought this book for was to get their hands on these, and at least these are pretty badass. I mean, I love how they made it, horizontal, although I'm also kind of upset about it because I always thought that was going to be what made the A cards special, and they kind of broke that paradigm, but whatever, at least they're badass. So it does look like, I don't know if you can see on camera, there is some kind of protective film over it, so I don't know how the hell I'm supposed to get them out. Let's see, maybe, do I pop this, oh, is that how you do it? Do you pop this off somehow? Alright, hopefully, okay, yeah. Great. So this comes right off, and now you could probably see it better. It's like a plastic screen over it, so that's good because it protects the cards. And now we have these, and they kind of pop out. So I'm going to be really careful with the English one because that's the one I care about most. I don't want to ding it in any way. There we go. Comes right out. Not going to bother with the other ones for now, but here is our lovely, lovely promo card. I know all the collectors have been dying for this. We've always been speculating what PR028 was until this book was announced, and the mystery's finally solved. The surface is perfect. No scratches or anything, so it looks like I have a very mint copy here. The back, no damage whatsoever. If I graded this, this would definitely be a 9.5, 10 candidate. So it looks like this protection scheme and this cardboard thing actually panned out quite nicely. Sorry about the shadows. So there you have it. That's my review and unboxing of the FFTCG Annual Book 2017. I'm going to collect several more copies just for investment purposes, mostly for this card. I don't think the book itself too many people are going to care about, primarily because there's really nothing in there. They should have had Brady Games make this book. They were top-notch when it comes to artwork and making it look really like A-class quality. I'm not sure who made this book. I would say the only thing that's really awesome about it is like the book quality itself. It is really nice, but the substance of it is kind of lacking, at least in my opinion. But at least I have this thing to kind of make up for it. And yeah, I'll leave a link in the description below if you want to pick up a copy for yourselves. Otherwise, if you just want the card, I'm sure you could pick it up on eBay in a few days or weeks since it's been out now. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Make sure you subscribe if you want to see more Final Fantasy TCG unboxings. As you guys know, I buy pretty much everything released for FFTCG. So stay tuned for more stuff. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, guys.